Well, big thank you to all of you, especially Mo Levin, his entire team. I just got to experience them backstage. They were a lot of fun and very helpful. So thank you all. This is the world's largest Bitcoin cryptocurrency conference. So congratulations. We're all here to experience it. So let's get into it here. I'll tell you a little bit about AnthemGold. So before I kind of get into it, how many of you in the audience operate a business that accepts cryptocurrency, or you intend to operate a business that accepts cryptocurrency in the next 12 months? Raise, show of hands. All right, so a decent amount, maybe like a quarter out there. So I'll assume like maybe half, and like the other like quarter maybe are bashful a little bit. So it looks like you all are going to really enjoy this presentation, because what I'm about to talk with you about with AnthemGold, and I'm going to share with you how I see things here, it's going to, I think, really open up your eyes here, because we're all suffering from the same problem, and that's how do we have a cryptographic asset that is in the same form as Bitcoin, Ether, and all of the crypto assets that we love, but have negative correlation from a price standpoint, like a dollar, but not go to a bank account, right? So, that's really what we're doing here. So we're not launching an ICO, but rather we're launching a gold token that's going to add stability and less volatility to a cryptocurrency environment and an industry that really needs it. So just to put a little bit of perspective, gold trades about $200 billion a day, whereas Bitcoin trades a little under $20 billion a day. So gold trades a little over 10 times more volume than Bitcoin today, and it's a lot more correlated to a dollar, yen, euro than it is to Bitcoin, Ether, Litecoin, etc. So what we've done here with AnthemGold is we've created a secure, liquid, fungible way, an insurable way to buy gold in a cryptographic token vehicle. So each bar is backed by a kilogram of bar, each token, I should say, is backed by a kilogram bar, more specifically 1/1000th of a kilogram bar, because each token, AGLD, each AGLD token is backed by 1 gram of gold. And so this gold is verified specifically by supply chain software that's blockchain software. It's called Hercules. Hercules ensures that the authenticity and quality of the gold is exactly 99.99% fine pure, which is the global standard for gold. So all of the gold itself is held at Anthem Bunker. Anthem Bunker is indeed actually a third party, despite the same first part of the name, which also shares my name as co-founder of both. But it is indeed actually a separate company. All of the gold is housed in Texas, and AnthemGold itself is a Texas company. So we're very excited about this product. We think we're going to be able to innovate the vaulting industry by applying Hercules supply chain software, and Anthem Bunker and AnthemGold are both going to be utilizing Hercules supply chain blockchain software, which is itself a separate entity. So just to get into the tech a little bit, we are super humbled, excited, and grateful to be able to work with the Edge team and Paul Pui and his amazing team. And you might know them from Airbits, their prior name, or their current name, you could say, for their Bitcoin wallet, but they've enhanced and rebranded to show that they've enhanced their wallet with multi-token ability. So we're excited to private label with AnthemGold. And we have mobile in development. If you go to anthemgold.com right now, you'll be able to see the team there, led by our CTO, Logan Galema, has done an excellent job. Really proud of that. So you can go check that out right now if you'd like. You can kind of get a little sneak peek here on stage. So fairly intuitive, secure wallet, proven. You hold the private keys, so it's secure in that sense. So very excited and honored to work with Edge. So just to get into Hercules a little bit, to explain how these gold bars are exactly authenticated, because at the end of the day, one of the reasons why Bitcoin was invented was because people always steal gold bars. And so how do we now say we have a blockchain that is going to be able to somehow work with gold tokens? So what Hercules does, in essence, is it enables all vendors along its supply chain, so in this case, AnthemGold supply chain, that use the Hercules software. It allows them all to gauge and determine their immediate needs based on real-time demand information. And here is the really best part, in my opinion. So any vendor that applies Hercules, irrespective if they're one chain deep along the supply chain, upstream or downstream, anyone along the gold supply chain, in AnthemGold's case, that applies the Hercules supply chain will be able to gauge future demand needs. So it's like X-ray vision. So as opposed to, let's say, traditional SAP, Oracle, for example, Manhattan Associates, any of the dozens of supply chain software centralized suites out there that you have one link ability typically, and you have all this vulnerability, as we know, with all the data breaches, Equifax, Deloitte, et cetera, that we all know about, and the ones that we don't know about. So we know how vulnerable supply chain software is today by all the data breaches, and so Hercules sets to fix those issues. So we'll get into it a little bit here in terms of how Hercules can prove custody, because really Hercules is key in terms of being able to trust AnthemGold and differentiate it from, I don't know, at least the 36 other purported gold, silver, and metal quote-unquote crypto tokens I've seen press releases for in the last 3 years or so. So we'll get into that a little bit here. We're really excited to be working with other public blockchain software solutions, which we think is integral to any good, well-purposed, well-utilitied public blockchain. We're working with the teams at Factum and Storage, and also IPFS communities in terms of using their software suite solutions, and we'll get into a little bit about how we do that. So in essence here, we have a little illustration that basically shows kind of what's going on here and kind of simplify things a little bit. So again, as mentioned, each AGLD token is backed by a 1/1000th of a kilogram bar, and we've got a viewfinder and kind of browser ability that we're building in to make it easy to audit. Oops. So here we've got a fun illustration that describes Hercules verifying the supply chain, kind of, a little bit esoterically there, and we'll get into it here a little bit more. So here we have what we call the 8760 protocol that verifies specifically the authenticity of the gold bars on a continual 365 24/7 basis, 365 times 24 times 7, hence 8760, and goes to show that the gold bars are continuously real and are what they say they are. So in terms of how this actually works, we have these global value chain modules, so to speak, so information stored in IPFS, so form of data storage. We use this 8760 protocol, as mentioned, in this really cool distributed blockchain-based cloud storage solution called Storage, S-T-O-R-J. And we have reference files that are stored in a notary public blockchain called Factum, which is a cost-effective way to secure your information in the Bitcoin blockchain, but without having to spend all of that money on Bitcoin. So here's a little sneak peek from the business standpoint of Hercules supply chain software app. And I think the really cool thing, and just really neat, this aspect, basically what we've done with Hercules, we've made auditing fun, and we've made it relatable by having groups of people play games. But really what they're doing, they're playing games they're already playing, but they're simultaneously auditing information. So we call this human intuition picture recognition, or hyper. So this is revolutionizing not just supply chain, but also auditing and also the video game industry. So just to go through a little bit more basic, what's happening here, a game is being played. It's kind of like a CAPTCHA, I am not a robot. You might have recognized that on Google before or other popular websites proving that you're not a robot, you're not a bot. And so that's exactly what's going on here. Best practices, all publicly traded accounting, accounted for companies require third-party individuals that audit information. That's what Hyper does, except it does it on dozens and dozens or hundreds of bases. So the auditing is always correct. It's always 100% because it's done in groups of people in real time. So we have an awesome advisory board here: Joby Weeks, Bill Barhyde, Andrew Yashkuk, Michael Turpin, Dominic Zenas, and Steve Dack. So a very, very illustrious group of people in their own rights in the industry. We're really grateful to have them on our team as advisors. And key management here. Logan, what happened to you? So Cynthia, my co-founder, president, and stunning wife, and Logan, our CTO. Josh Garrison, admin, crypto admin excellent. Gray Jabizi, chief visual officer. Brian French, who's our awesome director of vaulting at AnthemGold. Michael Nelson, our chief strategy officer, and our awesome general counsel, Paul Aubert. I come from a legacy of helping to provide people with freedom and choice in currency and denationalization of currency, and really appreciate everybody's time.